been going on, y'all. I don't know if it's my signal. I don't know if it's maybe YouTube, but since I've been doing these lives, man, I'm telling you, it'll literally just cut off and mess up. But I'm back. It's going to be a part two, just kind of continuing what I was already talking about the low sex drive. And on the last live, I literally finished talking about stress. Like I said on that one, look, stress. This is, like I said, it's probably one of the biggest things and probably one of the biggest culprits. I'll say it's between stress and like over expenditure sexually. So whether you're abusing masturbation and like masturbation and pornography, or you're just having a lot of sex and you're abusing sex. You're just having sex a lot, all the time. It's between that and stress for real. But stress is definitely going to be one of the biggest culprits to low sex drive. Now, what I was saying in that last one is the reason why stress is so effective negatively to sex drive is because of cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Now, cortisol is not evil, right? What I say in the beginning of the last one, too much of anything isn't good for you. Cortisol is good. Cortisol actually is a good response because of stress. So if we didn't have cortisol, stress would be super detrimental to us. So in that sense, it is positive. But too much cortisol is terrible. And when you have too much cortisol, you got a lot of cortisol, guess what it starts to do? It starts to fight with testosterone. Cortisol is somewhat of an antagonist to testosterone. The more cortisol you get, the lower your testosterone is going to get. And it's simple. You want to have a decent ratio of cortisol to testosterone, or testosterone to cortisol. If not, it'll be detrimental to you. So that's why stress is most importantly definitely going to be one of the biggest things that's going to cause your sex drive to lower. Now, if we're talking about stress, this could be stress from your job. This could be stress from a relationship, relationships, friendships, family ships, marriage, children, parenting. I mean, it could be a number of things. But that stress can be detrimental to your sex drive because it could potentially lower your testosterone level and cause low sex drive effects and symptoms. Also, with more cortisol, it can cause some to be a bit anxious. So if you're dealing with anxiety, if you're dealing with some of these emotional things that come from cortisol could totally knock your sex drive off because for one, not even just the hormonal aspect, but just in general, if you're stressed out, your mind is going to be fixated on that stress. Your mind is going to be focused on that stress. Your mind is going to be constantly thinking about, oh, this, that, this, ruminating on whatever, blah, 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 blah. If you're stressing over things you can't control, and it just turns into a huge cesspool, man. And your mind ain't gonna be thinking about sex. Your mind ain't gonna be thinking about how am I gonna bust my next nut. It's not really worried about it because of all the stuff that you're stressed out about. And this is somewhat of a natural response. That's why the best thing that you could do is focus on fixing this aspect. And it all comes from stress management. So one of the keys to fixing this effect is learning, powerful and valuable ways to, manage your stress. Our stress, it won't manage itself, man. I'm telling you, it won't. We have to figure out healthy ways to cope with stress. We got to figure out ways to alleviate stress and to deal with whatever it is that we're dealing with. Once you start to deal with stress or issues with stress, you'll probably notice a huge improvement in your sex drive. A huge improvement. A lot of the times, guys, it just takes self-reflection. So you just gotta get to a point where you start to really look at yourself, analyze your life, and figure out like, yo, what's up? What's going on with my life right now? How do I feel? How am I feeling? Especially as men. Especially as men, guys, because of our role. Men, we are meant to go out here, do something, make something happen, no matter what. Make it happen. And a lot of the times as men, we forget to, think about ourselves and make sure that we're good, that we're straight. Because, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do this for the family, we got to do this for that, we got boom, 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 we got to bow, bow, bow. This is my role, this is my position. I got to blow, I got to boom. How do I figure out this? How do I figure out that? I got to manage this, I got to fix that. It's real easy to just kind of misplace yourself, man, and lose yourself and not even be really worried about or concerned about where your status at, where you stand at. Are you okay? What do you need? Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, 9 times out of 10, mental and emotional issues, problems that you're dealing with, they're all gonna stem from your needs not being met. Period. That's men and women. But I feel like, and don't get me wrong, like women, I believe women deal with that too, especially mothers. You know what I'm saying? Mothers that have to look after children, got to take care of kids, boom, 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 got to do this, that, and the third. And if they don't have a spouse or a significant other to help and assist, or the father of the children, it could become super stressful. And they could get to a point too where they kind of like, yo, they don't really have time to think about themselves because they feel like they got all this stuff that they got to take care of and manage and do. But guess what? This always is going to come down to us as the individuals. We have to figure out how to manage all of that stuff. We got to figure out how to facilitate order and structure in our lives to therefore make these things that seem chaotic way more manageable. And that's the same concept with stress. 9 times out of 10, guys, when we're stressed out, it's always going to be because of us. It's always going to be because of us, and it's always going to fall on our individual choices. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, people don't accept their own place that they play in their own stress and their own, reality. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the biggest things that could totally cause a huge effect on your sex drive. If you're not managing these types of things, if you're not managing your lifestyle, your level of stress, if you're not managing any of these things, it could become overwhelming and you could become completely stressed. And yes, you're not gonna be thinking about having sex. You ain't gonna be thinking about having sex with your wife. You ain't gonna be thinking about having sex with whatever chick you just met the other day and y'all supposed to be linking up. Your sex drive is gonna be low because some things are out of order. And it just really is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And I'm telling you, this is probably one of the biggest things that causes low sex drive in many men because of our role, because of what's expected from us, because of what we have to do in society. So the best thing that I think that'll help us out, it helped me out, and I know it's helped many other men out, but stress management. Stress management. I think this year, man, I'm definitely going bring and do more videos on stress management for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big one. It's a big one. And a lot of us men, man, we're not really taught how to manage stress. You know, we're taught, hey, you a man, you'll be all right. Deal with it. Chalk that shit up. Keep moving. And though that's not terrible advice, it just places men into this space of inhumanity sometimes. It brings you to this inhumane, automatic, robotic function concerning life. And it's just not meant for anybody to be that way, man. We all have to, reflect on ourselves, make sure that our needs are being met, and figuring out where we stand, so that when it's time to show up, we can show up. How are you? All right, keep it 100. How are you going to show up sexually to your girl or your wife when you don't even know what the hell going on with you? You know, like you ain't good. You ain't got your shit together. You got this you worried about. You supposed to do this, that, and the third, and you ain't do it because of all the other shit that's stressed out. Like I said, because you're stressed out. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, guys, the only reason why we be super stressed out is because we ain't order and structure as men. And it's our job to bring order and structure to the household. Man, I'm getting deja vu like a motherfucker. Yo, I'm getting deja vu right now, y'all. That's how I know I'm speaking some real right now, because I'm getting like intense deja vu right now, y'all. But anyway, that's how you know. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that you're not walking in order and structure in your life because you're super stressed out. You're lacking stress management. You guys, when we start to manage our stress, man, and you start to notice, man, I don't feel as stressed. My life doesn't feel like I'm out of control of my life. Then you may notice some improvements in your sex drive, man. Then you'll probably notice some improvement in your health. Then you'll probably notice some improvement in your hormonal health. Because like I said before, guys, cortisol is like an antagonist hormone to testosterone. When that hormone start going crazy and that joint poop, 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 your testosterone levels is gonna be like, pam, 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 pam. It's gonna lower because it's an antagonist to it. High cortisol levels is gonna cause many issues. But remember what I said in the last one, guys, balance. Balance is key. Imbalanced hormones. When we have certain hormones that are imbalanced, it's going to cause some type of issues. It's going to come with a particular set of issues, just like my man, what's his name, from Taken. When he said he got, he been trained with a particular set of skills. Like, yo, I'm telling you, when you got imbalanced hormones, it's going to come with some particular set of issues, man. I'm telling you, some particular set of issues that you ain't going to like. So this is why balance is key. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Liam Neeson. So Liam Neeson. It's gonna come with a particular set of issues, man. And like I'm telling you, you ain't gonna like the issues. And low sex drive tends to be a big issue that comes with too much stress, bro. Because of the hormonal reaction to too much stress, because of what the body does to protect itself when you're highly stressed, and that's increased cortisol. It has to. See, I think a lot of people. Well, and I ain't judging nobody, man. It is what it is. We all are ignorant to something. So everybody has ignorance in some space. So there's no judgment. But what we fail to realize, like the body, it's not the specific things. Like it's not the cortisol. It's not the inflammation. It's not the mucus that's the complete enemy, right? It's the overproduction of these things that's the enemy. It's the fact that we're dealing with too much of this stuff, and that's what causes the issues. Our body needs cortisol. Our body needs inflammation. You can't even build muscle if your body doesn't produce some type of inflammation, right? Our body needs mucus. It is a correct and necessary response to anything that's terrible to the body, and that could affect your body in a negative way. It's a preservation thing. It's a defense mechanism. So, in all honesty, like it's not the specific things. It's just we need to have levels. We need to have a balanced level of it. We don't need too much of it. It's the overproduction of these things that causes issues, just like stress. Stress. Have you ever heard of the term eustress? Eustress. Eustress is positive stress. Everyone needs eustress. Right? It's just the overproduction of stress that causes all the issues, right? Just like poison, poison. No, I'm just playing. Poison. Yeah. Like, no, we don't need poison. You know what I'm saying? We don't need poison. But some drinkers out there, people that drink alcohol, I used to drink all the time, get drunk all the time, so no judgment. I used to smoke and all that. I don't do any of that anymore. But no judgment. But even some people who drink alcohol would probably argue that the body could benefit from a little bit of poison, a little bit of alcohol here and there. There's even different studies out there saying that a little bit of wine, a little bit of hard liquor can have some positive effects on the body. Guys, it's always going to come down to too much of anything isn't good for you. I can go eat 5 pounds of blueberries right now. We know how powerful and nutritious, how nutritious and how filled with antioxidants blueberries are. But I can go get me 5-6 pounds of blueberries right now and just eat them until I can't eat no more. Y'all think that shit gonna be good for me? No. So this will remain, guys. This point will remain. Too much of anything is not good for you. Stress, too much stress is terrible. And it will cause your testosterone levels to plummet. It will cause your sex drive to lower. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if you go to the gym and you start training, right? Lifting like crazy. I'm about to say something wild. My personal trainer mode about to come out. I bet your volume is crazy. You're doing like 6 sets on every muscle group. You're doing 6 sets, 6 sets, like 3 exercises on every muscle group, 3 to 4 exercises. You're doing 6 sets, and you got your reps mad high. You're doing 12 to 15, and you lifting heavy at them rep ranges. Bruh, you keep doing that and your body ain't used to that volume. You just switch your volume like this, like boom, and go to some super duper high volume. bro, your body is gonna be like, hell no. Your body's gonna be like, F you, F this gym, F these weights. I'm going home, nigga. Because your body isn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? And that could be really super detrimental to your body. You know, too much of anything isn't good for you. So I hope this helped out a lot, man. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, y'all, but like I'll be doing these lives. They happened last time. Like I'll be doing these lives, like 20 minutes into the live, it just goes blank, and it be right when I'm getting real good in the darn live. But you know, I ain't gonna be paranoid or nothing. It is what it is, guys. Like I can't really control that, so I'm not gonna stress over it. Look, that's a stress management tactic. Not tripping over things that you can't control. You know, just accepting things that happen that's outside of your control and accept that it is what it is. That's 101 with stress management. You know, just accepting things for what they are. You know, it is what it is. I accept that things like this happen on YouTube. It is what it is. You know, I'm on live. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm here to help as many men as I possibly can, and things get in the way of the YouTube channel and the views, and you know, I ain't getting certain comments. People be in my chat. I don't even see. They don't even show me it. Like I don't even know the people that chatted in my chat. Just it's a lot of different things that be happening, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna stress. I'm gonna just work around it. But guys, I hope this helped out, man. And just to kind of come to a conclusion and even go back on some of the other things that I touched on in the last one. Just about the low sex drive, semen retention is definitely a powerful tool. I think that one would really help for men who's dealing with low sex drive who can say that they have sex very frequently or they doing sexual stuff, masturbation, watching porn, and physical sex with their girl, spouse, or whatever. I think semen retention will be powerful for you if you're noticing that your sex drive is lowering. I think it'd be a game changer for you. You know, if you just take a break and you just kind of chill with sex, because a lot of times it's just your body just telling you like, yo, I need a break, bro. Like, I know you enjoy this, I enjoy it too, but listen, I need to rejuvenate, recover and rest. You know what I'm saying? I need to let me get a little recovering and I'm gonna be back full force. And that's literally what usually happens. Anytime I work with any guys, man, and they consulting me or I'm doing like some training or something or just helping them. That's usually one of the things that help a lot of guys. I'm like, man, just stop having sex, bro, for 2 months. Just take a 2 month break, bro. Stop having sex. Stop looking at porn. Stop masturbating. Stop doing all that for a couple months, and then do it again. And no lie, these guys that come to me to say that they've been dealing with low testosterone, they've been dealing with low sex drive, erectile dysfunction. They're like, man, bro, I was in it, bro. I was good. I had no issues. You know, most of these guys are like, man, my sex drive is back, and I'm like, bro, your body just needed to recover, man. You was overtaxing and overexpending your sexual energy. Your body needed to rejuvenate and it needed to rebuild and charge up. This is physics. You know, the body has to rejuvenate and recover. We have to rest. That's why we go to sleep every night. That's why we go to sleep every night. The body has to heal and recover. So if we don't give our body time to recover and heal, it's not going to perform the same. That's physically, that's mentally, that's emotionally, that's sexually, however you want to go. We have to give our body that break. And guys have seen a lot of improvement with just stopping with sex and busting the nut completely. I even had one guy stop for a couple weeks. He was like, man, I stopped for 2 weeks and bro, I'm back at it, bro. I'm ready. Like I ain't, not dealing with no intermittent erections or any of that type of stuff. So definitely consider that and keep that in mind, y'all. Another one too is physical activity and lifting. That's what I talked about in the last one too. And I mean, like, yo, you can't go wrong with that, man. Blood circulation. You're gonna have more increased circulation in the body if you're lifting and hitting them weights. You're gonna cause blood to shoot through your body and send nutrients to your muscles, send nutrients to your heart. You're gonna have blood flowing more. It's gonna have to. Your blood is gonna have to flow more. If you're sedentary and you ain't training or working out or doing anything to challenge the heart and cause blood to go through your body, what you think gonna happen? Blood ain't gonna be going to your dick, and you're not even gonna have a lot of. You're not gonna want to really have a desire for sex because your neurons in your brain ain't functioning right. The brain needs blood. It needs blood flow. When we work out, when we lift, when we're doing some type of cardio, that increases blood flow. It increases circulation. This would explain why, if you do experience this, why when you running or doing some type of cardio or jogging or something, you notice that you feel better afterwards, unless you overdid it. Too much of a good thing ain't what? Good for you, right? It ain't good for us. After you do cardio, say you do some cardio, you typically feel kind of good after you like recover from that cardio. It's like these different like endorphins and like hormones is going. That's because now your body has more blood flow and more circulation. It could perform better. You're feeling more of a sense of well-being because your body got blood flowing to it more. The blood is flowing better. And that'll always be key with sex drive. You know what I'm saying? So guys, get physically active. If y'all watching me right now, throw a like on the video, guys, if this is valuable to you. But if you're watching me right now and sex drive seems like it's starting to get lower, or sex drive tends to be the issue, or you don't really feel a lot of sex drive, and you're sedentary and you ain't doing nothing, you ain't working out, you ain't doing none of that, it's probably because of that. It's because you don't have enough blood flowing. You ain't got enough blood flowing through your body, man. That will affect your sex drive. I guarantee you start back getting physically active. And granted, if you're not abusing like porn and masturbation, I want to make sure I say that too. But either way, man, like get physically active. I don't encourage no man to not be physically active. And I don't encourage any person, any human being, man or woman, to not be physically active, man. We got to be doing something. If we don't, man, you're going to get old quicker. You're going to be stiff. You ain't going to be having sex the way you want to. You ain't doing nothing. We have to get physical, man. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind. It's good for all that. And even on top of that, if you ain't being physically active, that would probably explain your sex drive too, because you might be too much in your mind anyway. You may be too much in your mind anyway. You gotta get into your body. That's why lifting weights and training and running, all that stuff is so good, because it gives you a second to step out of your mind, especially if you be all in there all the time. It frees you, man. So yeah, y'all. But look, this live was lit. It's all good. I'm glad I was able to hop back on, do part 2. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna have some more videos coming on the way. I'm super excited about hitting and touching on some very powerful herbs that's gonna help y'all change the game with your T levels. That's gonna help y'all take it to a whole nother level, guys, in terms of your sex drive, all these different things that you're dealing with, man, that's really the result of low testosterone. And these powerful herbs that I'm gonna present to y'all is obviously in Maximo Libido, it's in Virility, right? And y'all know these are my powerful supplements, guys, that helps men naturally improve testosterone levels and increase their health. All right, game changer. I've had some powerful reviews from guys, man, saying, yo, I was struggling with my sex drive, or I was struggling with intermittent erections, or I was struggling with not, being semi-hard when it's time to get it in. Guys, changing the game. So be on the lookout for those videos, man. I'm going to be going in depth on these powerful herbs, because a lot of y'all probably don't even know like what's in Maximo and Virility. If you go to the website and you look through the pictures of the supplements, I have the ingredients on the pictures so you can see them. But just to say a few real quick, for Maximo, I got Maximo right now. So Maximo has zinc in it. It has Tonkat Ali, y'all. Tonkat Ali. I made sure I put that in Maximo. It has maca in it. It has L-arginine in it. And it has a powerful ginseng blend, right? It's amazing. But I'm gonna be going in depth real soon. I'm gonna be dropping some powerful videos on different herbs that's in these supplements, man, that will change the game for you, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it will change the game. I have yet to have anybody tell me that it's not changing the game for them. So if you want to change the game, if you're dealing with low testosterone, If you're dealing with low sex drive, you're dealing with mood swings, you're dealing with low energy, you're dealing with fatigue, you're dealing with all of these terrible things, man, that men we do not need to be dealing with. Not the role that we got, y'all, and not who we are in society. We need to be vibrant. We need to be filled with virility. You know what I'm saying? We need to be out here performing, strong enough to protect, strong enough to go out in the world and do what we want to do and make happen and make things come to fruition. And we can't be out here slacking and lacking, man, with low T levels and all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So the things that I'm going to be bringing to y'all, man, is going to help y'all change the game for 2023, man. Look, if y'all like this video, go ahead and throw a like on it. Share it if y'all know some other men that could benefit from some of this information. Guys, put the word out, all right? Because I got the content coming, all right? Thank y'all for watching, and salute, man. Until next time, big salute.